is that of death. When we were born, our Sri, our body, and our Atma, the Jyot of Vaheguru inside us, the light of Vaheguru inside us of God, they were joined together. And it was like an engagement ceremony. And then in any engagement, there comes a time where it's now time to fulfill that engagement and move on to the house of the Pati. And in here, death is seen as the husband, and the Atma, the Jinn, is going to leave the house of the body and go now from his parents' house, which he thought was his own body, and now to the husband's house. And in any marriage, जब आप देखेंगे कि अभी जाना है, we're going to leave from our parents' house and go to the in-laws' house. Then every wife, every bride will be thinking about what is it like over there. And obviously, जे आप परदेश जाना है, ते उत्थे तैयारी करनी पैंदी है क्योंकि मैं परदेश विच किहो दा माहौल है, ते उत्थे जेड़े साडे सौरे ने वो केड़े गुण लगणगे साडे विच फर्क होंदी है. Everybody knows that when you move to a new house, there's a bit of a judgment, trying to size you up, see what's going on with you. And there's going to be certain things you want to impress upon the other side, so that we each get treated well over there. And in this case, if the Mother is going to come and take us, Mara says, Jo aya, so jalsi, sab koi aayi, wari hai, jiske jeet pran hai, jo sahib mano, visai. When we leave, and we're all going to leave this world and go to the next world, in that first marriage, we're going to be judged not on the qualities that we value in this world sometimes, of money, of power, of education, but of our actual ability to connect to God upon earth, to use our human life in the way that it was intended, to live in this world, but to not be of this world, to not be worldly, and rise above that and go into our Atma, our soul, and connect with the light of the one that is inside us. So we can all look into Gurmat. The Gurus, the couple getting married are already in the Sikhi. There's not much need for me to stress over there with them. But Guru Sahib has given us many praman that in this life, without now, then we've wasted it. Maharaj tells us that when we're coming into this world, there was one main purpose. The purpose was to connect to our Creator. If we get caught up in this world and we forget that purpose, when we leave, then we'll regret it. So, that's the first marriage. The second marriage, the one that most of us are going to go through, is that of a husband and a wife in this world. Now, many times, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਪਾਠ ਪੂਜਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ 'ਚ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੰਕਲਪ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵਿਆਹ, ਇਹ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ, ਇਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਸਿਆਪਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ ਹੈ. Many people in the history of mankind that went down the path of meditation, they thought, well, this marriage stuff, I don't know about this. Why should I put myself into this? Oh no. Yeah? This is going to be trouble. Those that are married like myself, been married for quite a few years, they don't understand this word, because there's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication required to make it work. That's what you should look forward to. Now, why has Maharaj given us this idea of doing vyah? Why work together? It's easy to do bhakti by yourself. Very easy. But the thing is that bhakti is one side, but the other side is facing up to your Panchachod. Guru Sahib tells us that inside us there's these 5 thieves: lust, anger, pride, greed, and attachment. And in this world, we have to sort of conquer them. Mani Jita, Jagji. Most people know this quote from Jagji Sahib. To conquer the mind, if we're going to conquer the world. But it's far easier by yourself, but unfortunately we don't really face our enemies. When you're by yourself, you do your own part puja, then the Kam, Krodh, Ahankar, they don't come in front of you as much. But when you're in a marriage, then those things come right in front of you. Many times we get the option of getting criticized by our other better halves, especially as men. And what happens then is, we have to face our ahankar. And these things, like our anger, our pride, our attachment, our lust, these come more to the forefront in the Gristi Jeevan, in the married life that they do when you're living by yourself in the mountains with your own bhakti, or if not in the mountains, even in your own houses. So Guru Sahib ने तरीका बनाया कि ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੰਚੋਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜੀਏ ਤੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਰੀਏ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਦੀ ਜਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਆਹ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ and we can help each other to conquer the lower side of our character. But on the other side, just like a weapon, when it's made to be strong, it's not made with cut from metal, it's put through hard work. कई बार देखोगे कि पान हो गया शस्त्र ते ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਗੜਾ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੁੱਟਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ make it be hard not only physically obviously for the weapon but emotionally we go through a lot of hard work in marriage that ultimately makes us more pleasing to God if we go through it the right way. And here Qurbani is telling us the qualities that we need to make a marriage successful, a good marriage successful, are those of forgiveness, very key quality, humility, and speaking sweetly. मिठा बोलना, दिल करके चलना, ते अपने आप पे क्षमा रखनी, आप पे क्षमा रखनी. ये जिले तीन गुण हैं ने, जे आप इन तीन गुणों को अपने अपनावांगे, marriage stories in our Anand in our Christy Jeevan, then we can make our Jeevan suffer. And I want to give you an analogy of how this can help us to go towards Vaheguru. If we imagine Gurbani is telling us that in our life we should be like a lotus flower, jaise jal mein kamal ale, to be living in the world of Maya, but not to be worldly, to rise above it. If you look at any lotus flower, in the water there may be storms, may be tough times, but the lotus flower always rises to the top. When it rises to the top, it faces up to its beloved, the sun. Now here, when the bride and groom are going to go around Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, they're going to go around the central point, which you can imagine to be like the sun, and then two lotus flowers. Both lotus flowers are facing up to their beloved. Both good sticks are going around their beloved. One is in the front, one is in the back. It doesn't denote leadership. Doesn't mean one is more superior to the other. Because if you look at any situation, even a horse and the rider of the horse, the carriage, sitting in the back, the one that's in control can sometimes be behind, and the one who's pulling can be in the front. That doesn't mean one is more superior. In Sikhi, we are equal. But the central point is the Guru. So a lot of lotus flowers looking up at the sun now. The beautiful thing about Sikhi is, if both people are moving towards the sun, there's a triangle that's formed. There's a sun in the middle and two dark points here where the two lotus flowers are. They dono Guru Sahib ja rahe hain. They're both going towards the sun. As they go towards the sun, they come closer together. So when Gurbani is saying to us that they're not those people that are married that merely sit together, but those people are truly married who are one light in two bodies. The way for us to achieve that in Sikhi is not to abandon our principles and focus upon each other, but to keep our Gurukh principles and go closer towards Vaheguru, and automatically we'll come closer and closer together. And then, in a way, we'll start to understand the Lama. So when we're going to go through 4 circles of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Lama ki arth hunda hai, ek hunda hai ki main thode te balihar, I'm a sacrifice to you. One is I'm going around you, and another meaning of the word Lam, which can be quite relevant here, is to take somebody out of one place and putting them in somewhere else. It is as if you are lying. But if we keep the kids a bit quiet, that would be very beneficial to everyone. So, it takes here, we're removing ourselves from our previous responsibilities and putting ourselves into a new place, the two people together, working as a unit to go towards their Guru. So, Guru Maharaj, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj ने कृपा की है, संत के 4 नाम दा पाठ बख्शिया है. कई गुरु सिख तो रोज पढ़ते हैं, ते ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ 4 ਅਵਸਥਾ ਦੀ. There's 4 stages of spiritual path towards Vaheguru, and this is the third marriage in Sikhi, the one that very few people do between them and Vaheguru. For a soul to start to merge with its origin, Akal Purkh Vaheguru. In the first Naam, Guru Sahib talks about the idea of coming into Maryada, coming into Tarnibana, recognizing your responsibilities to each other and your responsibilities to Guru Sahib. And then putting some kind of pabandi, some kind of restrictions upon yourself, and even what we wanted to do, we might have bad tendencies inside ourselves. We're going to restrict those and focus upon the way that our Guru prescribed for us. The first stage, to come into Tarab. The next stage after Tarab, Maharaj Shastokya Raha Dudri Lal, they say in this path we get minimal power, pure fear, a pure version of fear. What does that mean? It means loving respect for our Guru, and also it can be loving respect for each other. We start to say, you know what? Now I've started to behave in a way that's proper, I start to have love and respect for my other half as well, and for my Guru. As we go through this stage of loving and respect and keeping that pyar for each other, but within a little bit of fear, we then get to the third stage, Harpreet Lal, Manichal Paya, Vairagya. The third stage, which is a stage of Vairag. Vairag can be that deep love for each other and for Guru, so much so that we leave the other love of this world. All the other things that distract us from our true love, they get put to the wayside. We start to focus upon our true love. In this case, it becomes Gursikhi. And in this case, Maharaj does so much kirpa upon that person as they go into that dialogue, that Maharaj says, that our fortune, our forehead is revealed, and the Naam of Vaheguru is always beating in our heart. It can become easy now